All right, we're good whenever.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Yo, it's the Big Three roll up. It's your boy Silk.
Kev.
And Newberg.
I'm here to fucking pod this morning, man.
Finally.
Right? It's the Friday vibes.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Bird?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm a little tired today, dog. I'm a little tired this morning.
Slinging that meat late last night?
Something like that. Something like that.
Get some fucking pep. Get some pep in your step, Bird. I mean, Kev.
I got coffee.
What you drinking? What you drinking right there?
Coffee, always. I got a couple shots. Iced coffee with a couple shots in it.
Yeah, I just smashed a couple Adderall. I'm ready to go.
I bet you did. You still snort them?
It's Thursday, Kev.
It's actually Friday on the show, man. So happy Direct Deposit Friday.
Yeah,
happy
it's Friday,
TGIF, all that shenanigans, man. I'm feeling fucking good, man. I'm a little tired. I'm glad we up and at it early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? To get at it. I got my whole free Friday in real life. I'm here on the podcast. In real life, I could just enjoy my whole Friday, man. So I'm with the shits, man. I'm trying to hang out. What's on your mind? We got some callers coming on Friday. My shit. I like the callers. I like hanging out with the people, catching the vibes.
People seem like they're ready for some football, ready to be over with the bullshit. And
yeah,
we ain't gonna get on football, but we are gonna get DMX versus Snoop Dogg on the 22nd.
How did you forget to talk about that on the Big Show, Kev?
Because Bill King fucked up my vibe, bro. That's how. I had that shit on my mind. Bill King fucked my shit up.
I told Kevin, make sure we add that to the dockies. I got it. And then at the end of the show, like, yo, we didn't even do Snoop and fucking DMX.
If there's been one topic for Kev to talk about for 2020, that would probably be it. But yeah, the Bill, you guys really thought you had something with me unmuted on Bill King.
We did. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What you talking about? We never did that
you guys,
shit.
You're like, we heard you talking shit. Like, you thought we wouldn't hear. I'm like, it's recorded. Y'all could hear it any time.
Yeah, but we don't listen to that.
We know that. You didn't think we knew you was on Bill King, bro. We don't listen to Bill King.
Y'all thought I was really going to slip up and say some shit, though, huh? When I started talking about Kevin?
You did, motherfucker. He say he get promotions. He switches fucking time. He does shows. He said a lot of shit, bro.
He's in and out of work like I'm a fucking.
No, your schedule. I said your schedule. I just said my schedule has not changed in 4 years. Y'all have a different schedule every week, and you get mad at me for having a 9 a.m. call in with Bill. But
I'll be honest, dog. Bill King listeners probably think we're degenerates, bro. Be honest with you.
Yeah. Just talks about us being in and out of work, you fucking smoking weed all day, bro. Like, what good comes out of you going on that shit?
The same good that comes out of me going on this shit. It's all good, Kev.
But Snoop versus DMX, fellas.
20 songs, give me DMX. The Snoop's got a longer career, and he's more of like he's not crackhead. He's more of the iconic act. But 20 songs, give me DMX, man.
Do you think internet's fucking up? I gotta kill my stream a little bit here, fellas.
Yeah, you sound better. Do you think DMX? Do you think this was the best matchup for DMX and Snoop? I don't necessarily think so.
It's not good. It's not a great one for Snoop.
Yeah.
But if Snoop plays a lot of his early stuff, I think he can go toe-to-toe. But he just doesn't have a ton of DMX has some hits.
Yeah, Snoop is I think Snoop's a bigger star than he is a rapper. I don't think he has like the firepower to go with a lot of these guys. I think Snoop is a little hype, man. He got some bangers and shit, dog, but DMX got a catalog that could go forever with some real big hits.
Yeah, but Snoop's got some huge features on some big songs, like, commercial songs later on in his career too. So he'll be able to mix in some of those.
I mean, the features sound good, dog, but that shit don't slap. It don't slap, bird.
Yeah, I just think two things. DMX got to have an internet connection, which I'm not sure of. And two, I think he's got to get Swiss to do the playlist. I don't think DMX can be in charge of his own devices.
Swiss should do it. I mean, Swiss produced like all those early albums, didn't he?
He was Rough
Yeah,
Riders.
he was with Rough Riders.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Man,
get
I
into
just
some
don't
calls.
see how like DMX can show up high and beat Snoop, like high on crack, because it's pretty much crack versus weed, right?
See, I think you guys are giving like, is DMX still like that? Because I think you guys are like calling on 2009 DMX.
Well, that's the songs he's gonna play.
I don't think he's still in the streets smoking crack like that.
Yeah, I think. I
Oh,
don't
Think
know.
so? I hope not.
I hope not as well, dog. But I think X is gonna show up to this shit lit, a lot of energy. Snoop is gonna be pretty chill, so that dynamic is gonna be pretty dope. Watching both of the extreme personalities, dog. But I just don't see how Snoop can hang. Like I think Snoop's catalog is suspect, bro. What's your favorite 4 Snoop songs?
Probably all 90s songs. Gin and Juice, Murder Was the Case, like probably all off those first couple albums.
Yeah, DMX can beat all that shit you just said.
But then
Like,
Snoop
fairly
has
easy.
some stuff with Pharrell. Like Snoop has a very wide variety of a catalog. I'm not really taking up for Snoop. I kind of agree with you guys. I think if DMX comes out with,
I think Snoop and 50 is a better matchup because I think 50 is a bigger star than he is a rapper as well. I think their personas and all that shit is bigger than their catalog. So I think Snoop and 50 would have been a good matchup. DMX has too much work out here in these streets, and he's done songs with Aaliyah and done some R&B shit too. So he could go a lot of different directions.
Let me ask you this: you think Snoop plays any No Limit records?
No,
I hope not. He might have to. To be honest with you.
I hope not.
Rodney, what's happening?
Like he's on the C Murder joint,
Fellas,
right?
going
Fuck them
on?
other niggas. He's on fuck them other niggas with C Murder, right?
Yeah, he might
Yeah.
have to play that
Yeah, so he's gonna play that.
at like song like 8.
We got a celebrity
Fellas.
on the show. We got Rodney King. Rodney, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Silk?
It's just vibing, bro. You know what time it is. What you got in the bag? A science project behind you?
No, I got to put up when my little girl asked me to put something on the wall. I got to put it on the wall. You know how they go.
Got you, man. I see kids menu in the background. You running virtual school at the crib?
That's what we're going to do this fall. We've been doing it since March, so we're going to keep doing it, because I just don't see. I think Kevin said something I was thinking last week about, kids can't wipe their own behind. How do you expect them to keep a mask on all day or keep, social distance? That's just not going to happen.
Bro, my son was digging boogers yesterday and then touched the back of my car seat. And I said, that's exactly why y'all can't go back to school, because y'all going to bring the Rona home digging boogers with your friends, bro.
Exactly. I want to say I was watching Coach Carter the other day, and I forgot the intro song to the show is on Coach Carter. It's like in the middle of the movie, it comes in. And when I was watching it, after Benji started singing, I said, hey, yo, like Silk. And my daughter looked at me because I was waiting for that part to come in. I'm used to hearing that. I forgot it was in the movie. Period.
Yeah. So I didn't know it was in that movie until just now. We've heard other people say one of the Braves players has it as his walk-up music.
It used to be in an old car commercial. That's the
It was
first
in a
time
Mazda commercial.
That's the
for
first time I
sure.
heard it, like 10, 15 years ago, like way back.
Yeah, it's funny.
People hear it out at bars and they'll record it and send it to us. That's like the coolest thing is like people are like, yo, they're playing the Roll Up Century. I'm like, well, that's really Clarence's song, but like, yeah, that too.
Yeah, I don't fix that shit. I'm like, yeah, he made that shit inspired by a big bro.
Just for us.
I just rolled the line. Yeah.
Bro, what's funny is that YouTube
we get residuals off of that shit.
YouTube automatically catches it. Like if I put a show up and have that on it, and YouTube's like, copyright infringement. You know, you can't. You know, you can leave this up, but you can't make. And I'm like, I don't really know how to file a claim by saying like, hey, I know Clarence.
I know.
Like, I know Clarence. You said it was cool.
No, Clarence said it's cool. YouTube.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
TJ,
stop flagging my
like-
shit. I'm gonna call Clarence, dog.
Yeah. YouTube would look at me like, bro, get the here, bro.
Like, hey,
No.
say you probably don't got Clarence's number, dog, but I can fucking get you on a 3-way call with him.
So that's
And
interesting.
then they tell you Clarence don't own that shit. Like, nah, well, actually, such and such clearinghouse owns this record.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta
like
take it up with him.
publishing.
Right.
Yeah. So so I'm just sitting here just looking like I don't know if we're gonna have football this fall, with everybody going, Big Ten and Pac-12 and then the SEC and the ACC kind of deciding what they want to do in terms of doing conference only. But the only thing I was looking at when you guys discussing on the show this week, if Florida and Florida State, Clemson, South Carolina, Georgia Tech, if they keep that, then I wonder what about the other ACC school, because that would give them an extra game. So who would Miami play for the extra game? Would it be Central Florida, which I would like to see? Or would it be
yeah, because you know what? Louisville and Kentucky would play, right? They're
Yes.
only an hour away from each other. So that's another one.
Yeah, so I was wondering, or it would be an SEC team that they would
Mhm.
pull in, because to keep that kind of thing going. That's all I was wondering. Like,
Rodney, y'all don't want no.
No, Miami's back, maybe.
Yeah,
they want
y'all
Bama.
don't want no.
They want Bama.
no, we get Bama next year, first game, 2021.
That's a problem.
Enjoy in Atlanta.
Get a little appetizer.
Yeah, so I'm
Schedule
waiting to
UAB.
see.
See
Yeah,
how
I'm
that
waiting
goes.
to see.
See how UAB goes.
Hey, we'll take UAB. I'm trying to figure out who we pick up. Like, would it be Central Florida or South Florida? And you don't want to see what was that last year? FIU. They beat us, so we don't want to see them.
Well,
next
that's
year.
what I was talking with Berg about was how do these – I mean, I don't think the season happens anyway, but, like, how do they judge it when, the Big Ten plays 8 games and then the SEC wants that too, so they're going to play 10 games. The Pac-12 plays not – like, how do you judge it at the end of the year when nobody's playing, like, the same amount of games? Who knows if
but
there's
there's
conference
no-
championships? Like, it's all kind of like
Yeah, but there's no
there's no
formula
uniformity
now.
to it.
There's no formula now how they pick the playoff teams.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
either
at least
way.
everybody plays 12 games. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
think
kind of
conference reputation is going to go a long way this year.
I mean, it always does.
If they play the season, they're going to go by like, okay, if somebody loses one game in the SEC, they're going to be like, okay, the strength of schedule, that conference is usually – like they're not going to have a blueprint, but in those voters' mind, they're going to go by reputations of conferences, man, how they choose these.
They do that.
They do that.
They do that now. If you go 11-1 in the SEC, it's better than going 11-1 anywhere else.
Right, so it's going to be the same vibes. But there's no out-of-conference games to, like, put on the table and say –
to judge it, yeah.
Right, so now it's just going to be reputations of conferences, of how they choose this shit.
Basically,
but y'all don't want UCF, man. Like, FIU gave y'all hell.
USF would be a good one. That's not a troll.
But they're going to have to play somebody.
USF got better athletes than FIU, so I don't know if they want USF either.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they're going to have to play somebody.
Liberty. You can pick up Liberty.
Does UNF have a team?
Liberty had a better record last year, though, than both our schools. So
we got Bethune-Cookman last year. FAMU. Well, FAMU's not playing this year, right? Maybe Bethune-Cookman's not
You
even.
want to beat on the black people. I see you, Rodney.
Hey,
Look at Rodney out.
in 2020,
Beat on the black people.
that's Rodney King you're talking to, bro.
All right, Rodney, man. You have a good weekend. We got to get some more callers.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great day.
All right, thanks a lot.
Right.
Rodney might be the nicest Big 3 roll-up listener.
He just come over here with the vibes, bro. He ain't trying to cause no ruckus.
No, he already –
Real good conversations what he's trying to have. Like, hey, man, come here in peace.
now get lion-ass Jesse on for a contrast.
Kwame and Jesse.
Yo, who we got on here?
What they do, man? This your boy Snoop Zoo, man, on Twitter.
Okay, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm up this morning, blessed to be up, man. That's all I can ask for, man. How about y'all boys?
We're hanging out, having a good morning.
That's what's up. That's what's
Shooting
up.
this shit, man. Excuse my non-video stream, dog. My Wi-Fi is trash today.
Oh, I see the
see
Miami
that,
hat.
bro.
I was trying to get a feel for for the team we're dealing with.
So let me guess. You got Comcast.
Yeah, I got Comcast. You having beef too?
State trash, homie. Nah, I've been batting their ass. As soon as AT&T had a drop over here, man, bat their ass first quarter. They overcharge for everything and give you trash service.
But see, I have an issue. I have an HOA, bro. We can only go Comcast. So like, I'm monopolized over here.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I got an HOA over here too, but you feel me? They let us we can do whatever when it comes with that part, you know, internet or cable or anything like that. You feel me? There's only the grass we can't touch.
The grass you can't touch. You gotta pressure clean your fucking roof.
Pressure clean the curb, everything, man. Listen, man, them motherfuckers right there, boy. They something else, man. They something else, man. That's crazy.
Today, dog?
I got a couple of things, man. This one for Berg first. You feel me? It's about the Nick Cannon thing. I don't know if y'all heard about it. And I know Berg, you're a Jew, right?
I'm a Jew.
Okay. This is the way you said it. All right. So
through and through.
You heard what Nick Cannon said, right?
I haven't heard it all. I've seen some clips.
Okay, so I'm a fan of Nick Cannon. You feel me? Not the music, but you know what he done and how he put people on and
how he enterprised.
You know, how he enterprise exactly. You know, and you know he got his little Comcast. I was still thinking about Comcast, but he got a little podcast thing going on. And he had different people come, scholars, and you know, come and talk and vibe, whatever. And then, you know, he said the thing about the Jew thing, right? So-called, people saying is anti-Semitic. So I went to go listen to it, and I'm still figuring out what was so anti-Semitic he said, because everybody that said, he said some anti-Semitic comments, I'm like, okay, what did he say? Because I listened to it.
Yeah, I heard him talking about some black Jews.
What did he say?
And
yes.
Some stuff like that, but I mean, I didn't really. Was he claiming something about Hitler? Was it something similar to the Deshaun Jackson thing? So yeah, I don't really know what the words were or what the clip was or
not once he didn't and I mean I could be corrected later, but I didn't see him say anything about Hitler. I'm laughing at my neighbors, but he ain't say nothing about Hitler. All what I caught was he said, like we're like black folks are the original Hebrews or Jews, if you want to say that, and basically said, but that's what everybody's mad about. So,
I mean, hey.
and I'm a dude that travels the world, right? I'm married. I've been married for 10 years, and me and my wife, we've been across the country. We travel. Mm-hmm. So yes, for one part of it, it's for pleasure, and the part for me is for more learning experience. You understand? So I've been to Spain. Went to Spain earlier this year before COVID. Went to go learn about the Moors. You know, been to France. Been to all over Europe. Been to Mexico. All over the Caribbean, everywhere. So,
did you find any Jews while you were on?
Where?
Any in Mexico or in Spain or anywhere?
Did I see any Jews? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't see no Jews, but one thing, like when I went to Spain earlier, and that was kind of my main purpose of going there, was to learn more about the Moors.
Jews. Oh, okay.
The Jews. Learn more about the Moors, because I've been heard about them and their story about how they basically civilized Europe. So when I went over there, we went to a place called, it was in the southern Spain, Seville and Cadorba. Can't pronounce it, but some shits, Cadorba, I don't know. But it's over there, and then you seen what the Moors built, huge temples and all this shit. And I mean, I can't really get into depth with what they were telling me, because shit was just everywhere.
I love history.
They did tell me, Me too. Trust me.
And
I'm
conspiracies.
learning.
And when I can
That
mix
too.
the two, I'm in heaven. If I can mix
Right.
history
right.
and conspiracy, woo! That's why I
But
love Ancient Aliens. I thought you were going to bring me
exactly.
an Ancient Alien story.
Nah, bro. It was one point I can't go to. They wouldn't let me in. I don't know why. Maybe my I didn't know too much, or I didn't know that much, but they wouldn't let me in a part of the building where I guess certain people go. I don't know. Like I said, I'm learning. I'm just like you. I'm learning. Every day I learn. I learn more about history. They ain't teach us that in this school system over here.
No.
So
They leave a lot
I
out.
just wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. Like I'm 36 years old, and I learned more at my older stage of life than what I learned going 13. What kindergarten to 12th grade? That's about 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
it's felt like I ain't learned shit.
I found that out in 10th grade. It was really weird. The summer before 10th grade, me and my family and a couple others went to Israel. And we went to Israel for like 14 days.
Ooh.
And we had, in 10th grade, world geography. And I'm at public school, Boca Ciega High School, Mr. Martinez, 10th grade class. And we got to the part of the Middle East, and he skipped it. And here I am sitting there thinking like, oh, this is my time to shine. Like I was literally in the Middle East. Like I just got back from Israel. And the part of the chapter where we talked about the Middle East and Israel, we just like, we skipped it.
Skipped it, huh?
And
That's
I didn't
crazy.
really say any, I mean, I was like 14 years old. So I was just happy that we didn't have to take a quiz or something, but like
Right.
back on it, like
Right.
those little things that could happen like that.
Right.
You know why?
Skipped
You
it
know
for a
what? That's
reason,
why it's our
man.
responsibility as parents. That's why I buy my kids biographies, teach them what they're gonna leave out. You know what I'm saying? It's our responsibility as parents to teach our kids the history, the real history.
Exactly. It's funny.
Because
My
if
daughter.
you don't teach the history, then it's gonna repeat itself. So it's
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
So that's funny you say that. My daughter came home with a book, the Egyptian Cinderella. I don't know if y'all, my daughter 9, but she had this book since she was like, let's say 7, 6 years old. And she came home with that book. So I'm looking at the book. Now, you can't tell me shit about Egyptians. You can't tell me shit about Egyptians. Like I go, when it comes to that, I'm like really into it. So she comes with a Egyptian Cinderella book. So Cinderella had about 3 sisters, right? Or stepsisters or whatever.
Yeah.
So how about 2 or 3? Okay, this one had 3. So how about it was 2, you're right. It was 2. So how about this book had the sisters, right? They were the bad sisters, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was like black Egyptians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella. So we're talking about Egyptians now. We already know that part of the earth is hot, sand, and basically, goddamn mosquito was biting the shit out of me.
I don't know. It might not have always been that way, but it is now.
Which is true. But it's hot as fuck over there, and I know white folks can't stand the sun.
No.
I can work outside now. No,
For how long though, bro?
About 15 minutes.
Yeah, not very long for me. I take 2 shirts just to walk from the phone.
Ain't no sunscreen back in the days and stuff. So, but anyways, but my problem with the book was Cinderella, right? Egyptian. They had her white, blonde hair, blue eyes, and stuff like that. So normally, I don't really get bothered by that. But I'm like, you gotta tell something, be 100 with it. So my wife was like, "Oh, why you have a problem with it?" I said, "It's not that I have a problem with it, but just like we've been to school, we've been through the school system, and they always keep half of the story out, whatever, or manipulate
it's just subtle
everything.
things here and there that
Just,
redirect.
exactly.
And and I think part of it is like to soften the reality of what the world is to kids, and then part of it is to like hide, to not
But
tell
what
them.
but why not tell the truth? What's the worst can happen?
No, I agree with you. I'm not saying it's right because it just starts, because like the rest of us, you got to grow up and then unlearn a bunch of the shit that you learned or come to grips with the fact that you weren't taught everything or you didn't see everything. So, hey, we got to keep it moving, but that's a great discussion. I'm really interested in all that stuff. So we'll keep talking about it here and there. So keep tuning in.
Man, I wanted to ask one more question if y'all don't mind. God damn it. You posted up the other day about the Snoop Dogg and DMX thing.
Oh yeah.
You really think DMX gonna beat Snoop Dogg with flying colors?
Yes, I do. We talked about it on the intro.
We just talked about it on the intro.
Yeah, I think this. Just check me out. I think, and Silk said this, and I agree with him. I think Snoop's a bigger star, like a bigger celebrity than he is a rapper.
Okay.
I think DMX with, if his Wi-Fi is good, one, because you don't know.
And not on crack.
And Swiss Beats is doing the playlist for him. I think he watches them, bro. Yeah, I think he watches.
Okay. Now, I don't know if y'all seen this. Now, you remember now. DMX got to go against Death Row Snoop, No Limit Snoop, and Neptune Snoop.
What No Limit song he's gonna play? The one with C Murder. We already said that too.
Say it again.
What No Limit song is he gonna play? He's got one with C Murder, right?
He could play that Last Meal album. Y'all sleep off that Last Meal album.
Yeah, but I think so DMX's first 3 albums, I'll put him up with anybody. And then he's got features with Jay-Z, he's got features with Ja, he's got Aaliyah fucking.
Oh, this man said fucking Ja. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Yeah, but like early Ja. Early, like
man, Ja only had one song that
Stop. I liked. He had some hits in the late 90s. Come on.
Okay, now. You got Holla Holla and what else?
No. I'm talking about like off of the Streets Is Watching shit. Like before Murder Inc. was even a thing.
He's got Always on Time. He's got It's Murder.
No, but yeah. I mean,
Living It Up. Living It Up was a hit.
I can see an argument for Snoop, but I think DMX got some.
Ain't no way, especially from down here, a nigga writing down another verse, listening to Ja talking about Always on Time.
We're not here to argue about that.
No.
We are not here to argue about that.
Argument.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
no. Okay, you talking about pop songs then?
Yeah, I'm talking about hit. And I'm not here. I don't know how I got in this position.
Hey, no. See, now you got me defending the wrong person. No, now you got me defending the wrong person. Exactly. I think Snoop would beat Ja Rule. I just don't think he'll beat DMX.
Snoop will watch DMX, bro.
I can't wait to tune in.
And DMX, and I fucks with DMX. Snoop will watch him.
I can't wait to tune in.
Me too. I'll tune in. Y'all should do some live thing to watch it, man.
All right. Hey, call in next Friday. We'll talk about it. Or wait, is it? It won't be done.
It's on the 22nd.
It's on Wednesday.
All right, man.
It's on Wednesday.
All right. Later, man.
All right, guys, man. Appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Got me all fucked up out here defending Ja Rule all of a sudden. How did that happen?
How I got started defending Ja Rule.
It's like if you were in like a wrestling match and all of a sudden you're like pinned on your back and you're like, wait, how did I get here?
All right.
Who we got here?
Jeremy and new guy Silk.
This Uncle Silk character.
Here.
Jeremy, unmute. He's gonna get booted. I could tell.
All right. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Better.
What's good, family?
Just vibing, man. I'm in and out. It's actually an outage, man. I just called Comcast outage in the neighborhood, so I may go out again. I'm using Xfinity's little neighborhood Wi-Fi shit right now. What's your back on, bro?
Man, I'm vibing. I got my son. We just delivered our son a week ago, so
congrats.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. So y'all know the vibes. I'm just up, beating time, and I was just like, let me hit up the roll up. So
And I hope your wife ain't in the background like TJ wife is when he on here. You might be off of here soon.
Nah, man, I'm in my garage now while I roll up and shit and burn. So I made sure to get some privacy.
Roll up. Is it your first son?
No, this is it's my third child overall, but my second son.
Oh man,
Right.
3's great. You'll love it. You got to have the 4th.
Nah, this is it.
So I've actually heard that once you have 3,
Yeah,
you got to have another one because he's got to balance each other out.
That's
It's
what's
got to be
okay.
an even number.
So
then at that point, you got to go for the starting 5.
No, then you got to go for 6.
No, you gotta have an even number, 2 or 4.
Nah, I'm good on that, bro. I already got the silk curse. Silk, I got your curse, bro. Where all my kids' birthday aligned in a month. So in my case, it's July. So all 3 of my kids are born a week apart in July. So yeah, including my newborn. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just throw one big barbecue for them all. They'll understand.
You gotta do your math backwards, and then, you know what I'm saying, can't go raw dog that month.
Yeah.
October for you, September, October.
Shit, what's the vibes this morning with y'all?
Oh, man, just hanging out, man. It's Friday, bro. I'm trying to get through the rigors of the internet, but just big kush, big green tea, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, man.
Yeah, I'm rolling up as we speak. I'm off my son duty, so yeah, I feel that.
Beautiful. Who you a fan of?
Man, I'm a Gator, man.
Talk that shit.
Yes, I'm a Gator, and they don't want football season played for us because it's over with if we do.
We're not letting Dan Mullen slide. I don't know if you listened to the Thursday show, but I let that be known. I put Dan Mullen on notice.
That's in my rotation. I gotta listen to the Cup podcast, and then that was Nick. So I'm a few podcasts behind, but I have it in rotation today.
Well, you're gonna be up late with the kids, so fuck it, you good on.
You got time,
right?
That's when I low key get my podcast listening time in, is up late at night and shit and stuff like that. So I really don't drive anywhere anymore. So I find time.
Do not play cup around your kids, man. Champagne Reek is not really for kids, bro. So,
you know, I just listened to the first, last week's episode. Because I know Silk, you've been mentioning it and stuff, so I just checked it out and stuff. So I listened to the July 4th one and the last Saturday one, and yeah, he's a funny character.
For sure.
I'll be making a guest appearance today on the podcast for my very first time. I'm a little nervous.
Hang out a little bit. We also got a doctor, one friend of mine, coming to hang out on that joint, man. Just with somebody knucklehead using shit. A therapy session, kind
of. Jeremy, what are you gonna do if there's no football? You gonna go crazy with them kids?
Nah. My son, he's 6. He be trying to pop his head in there every now and then. I'll be like, nah, you gotta go, G. So, but nah, I really appreciate what y'all boys do. I've been telling people y'all's best work has actually been during the pandemic because y'all been, preaching and spitting facts and stuff. So
yeah, it's been up and down. Trying to find our lane. I think early on, we were kind of reporting the news, and then Silk came to me and was like, no more of this COVID shit. And I feel like once we got rid of that, like, I felt like the show got better.
Bro, we were on the COVID shit before it was like actual thing. Like Berg did a COVID check-in before anyone knew it was serious. Like when I was
COVID check-in.
Oh, 0.00001% worried about this shit.
I remember those. Actually, I didn't really start hearing about COVID until Newberg started mentioning it because, I hear shit on the news, but I don't believe half of it most of the time. So I know what, then it started getting closer and closer. I'm like, fuck, Berg is on something.
Yeah, because Berg be down these conspiracy holes. Fucking.
Sometimes it comes true.
He ran across COVID.
Berg's batting like 1 for 10, but this COVID was a big hit for him.
Yeah, bro. This could be your legacy, Berg.
Yeah, he's gonna make the Hall of Fame off COVID.
Man, y'all boys was like, I remember because y'all was like panic meter or something like that.
Yeah, I would do every.
We were all like 1%.
Yeah.
Berg was like off the chop.
Berg was talking about like cruise ship and fucking Japan. I'm like, dog, fuck that. I don't care. Don't even talk to me about that.
Cared to and then the whole black shit was going down. So I was like, oh no, I'm still good, bro. Black people not getting it. And then
Oh yeah, when Silk was on the whole.
Yeah, black people are immune.
And then Kevin Durant got it.
yeah, then that's
shit.
Yeah, man, it's still people getting it. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. This is the NBA bubble. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. It's not looking good for real. I mean, I know it's go time for him, but it just seems like shit just keeps coming out every day about it. So,
hey, stay ready, because if too many people pop hot, you might get the call, man.
Nah, man. Ever since I had my kids, man, I haven't played basketball other than like some in the arcade, bro. You don't want me out there.
Well, it might be horse for the championship, so just.
Well, I could do that. I could definitely do that.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna get to a couple more calls before we get out of here, but we appreciate it, and congratulations on the newborn.
I appreciate you.
Shout out to the revolution.
Shout out to the revolution is what you said?
Them revolution babies.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out.
appreciate you, boys.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, yeah.
How do I sound?
It ain't great.
A little low. It's hard to hear you.
That's kind of quiet.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Okay,
Yeah.
Darien.
What's up, y'all boys?
Cooling, man.
You been going to the barber, or you line yourself up like that?
No, I've been going to the barber, man. Which I've been talking about.
Nice.
Appreciate that, bro.
Just vibing, just hanging out, you know.
You sound better, so.
Oh, way better, Corey.
I had it on the computer mic, man. Now I'm back on the real mic. Darren, what's going on, man? We hung out on the podcast on your podcast last week. Chill Takes, man. Just kicking it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was good. I saw you guys were talking about the entanglement again on the Culture Uncut podcast. It was funny as hell, man. Like champagne. Y'all boys some fools, man.
We about to hang out with Berg today, man. We got this other doctor chick coming on to vibe a little bit. So check that out Saturday morning.
That's a bet. I had asked y'all some questions though. A few things. Like one is like retaining to football, and other one's retaining to this Nick Cannon thing. But the first thing is like, what's going on with this Leonard Taylor thing from Miami and Florida?
We kind of talked about it on the Big Three Road, the big show that just dropped today.
Kev's basically dropping a crystal ball in Miami. Is the long and short of it.
Short of it. Your lingo is always weird. I think like if he's choosing right now today, I would say Miami. They got the momentum right now. That's pretty much it. I don't know any details. I haven't got a lot of information behind the scenes. It's recruiting. We'll see what happens as this shit unfolds. I don't think that shit's over by a long shot if he does choose Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole country's going to recruit him.
Yeah, Kev has been being sarcastic on the timeline, man. I don't like it. Like he keeps on saying we gonna get him or whatever like that. He's saying like, you know,
how could
FIU
a kid pick a school that lost to FIU and Duke over the team that beat the Virginia in the Orange Bowl, bro?
Hey,
how
man,
could he possibly?
Nesta did the same thing.
And
so did Tay.
Navon Donaldson.
Yeah, how could he?
You know what I'm saying?
possibly
Tracy
do it?
Howard. They all a lot of them do it, but you know where are all those people at? Some kids take the temporary little glory of the hometown glory. They like that. But the Chris Hendersons of the world and the Xavier Hendersons that want that bag of the NFL check, they come to the logo and do business decisions. But the meantime, temporary fame and hype, some kids like that shit. But it ain't gonna get them that bag.
Yeah.
I just don't see how what Manny could possibly say. He lost to FIU on TV.
I told you, ain't nothing he can say. It's the local hype.
I just don't know what he
Some
could possibly
kids like
say.
the local hype, bro.
Like, you got to try to be as bad as a recruiter as Dan Mullen is if you lose a kid to
Some
Manny.
people like the local hype. You got to put forth a real hard effort to be a shitty team in the city of Miami for that long.
Well, DeLand is closer to Gainesville, so why didn't Tay take the local hype?
Well, you want to go over the kids? Why didn't Xavier Henderson go to Manning? Like, what are we talking about here?
We weren't in it for Xavier Henderson ever. Not in the whole fucking cycle.
Why?
Because he was going to Clemson until their coach got the head job at USF.
Yeah, see, you talking like the goofballs on the timeline.
You don't think he was going to Clemson before the coach got the USF?
Talking like the goofballs on the timeline.
You don't think he was?
Great question,
No.
Damien.
Yeah.
This is some vintage Big Three roll-up shit right here.
His name ain't.
I mean, what are
Damien.
we talking? We talking like, okay, they got some kids. These kids ain't signed yet. So this is what Miami hyped about. These kids hasn't signed. Like nobody.
I didn't even say anything. I said, how could he ever pick Miami over Florida? Like, I don't even understand what's going on here.
He hasn't picked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How could he? Yeah.
But he hasn't.
No, I'm saying, how could he, though? That's why.
You said it like 4 times already, and I just told you he hasn't.
Right.
Like, you guys are the king of commits. But there comes a signing day when they got to sign a piece of paper, bro. Season or no season, they're gonna wait this shit out, and all these kids gonna still get recruited. They're gonna still play the games and talk to these coaches. It's the same goofball shit. None of this shit matters, bro. You're still a 6 and 7 program with a coach that nobody really wants. They just stuck with him.
That's what I'm telling you. So I think he's gonna go. Why? How? That's what I'm saying. Like, we agree here.
No, we don't agree, because I told you why some kids go. You keep asking the same dumbass question. I already told you the answer to it. Some kids love the local hype. Tracy Howard, fat ass Nestor, they ain't doing shit. They just keep putting out Chucky videos with 1 sack highlights on Florida State, the worst offensive line in the country. That's who those 5-star kids become, those guys. Navon Donaldson, who's retired for a season just to vibe. He was before the Rona. He had some foresight. I was like, yo, I'm a vibe because I'm trash. So that's what he's gonna become, those guys, bro.
Who is Leonard Taylor? No, it's because he's gonna go to Florida.
Anybody that go to Miami.
Yeah, anybody.
Look at the draft. Anybody that go to Miami. It's in the paperwork, bro. These guys are not getting drafted. So you have Chris Henderson's, and then you have Nestors and Tracy Howard's.
Right.
This man Bird called me Damien, bro.
We finally taught him.
DMX earlier.
We finally taught him that Dan's last name was Thompson after 2.5 years. So
I've been saying that.
you said
That's
Thompson for longer.
No.
You did.
What you
All
got?
right, Darrell, what else you got?
This man said Darrel. Oh my goodness Christ, bro.
All the black names in a minute. Bro.
All right.
The last question is returning to this Nick Cannon thing. I want to hear Newberg's opinions on it. I know he talked a little bit about like Jews and all that stuff like that. So
I heard the clip that they shared in the DM about he was talking about black Jews, but I don't really know the history of black Jews, and what did he exactly get canceled for? Do you know, or fired for?
Basically, he was just saying that, like, I guess white people are kind of like evil in a sense. Basically, he said that, like, you know what I'm saying, they have a warrior mentality. That's why they're not, you know what I'm saying, like, they don't have enough pigment in their skin to like, have that sentiment feeling that black people have, you know what I'm saying? So basically, his comments were basically saying that white people are evil. And VH1, who he has the Wild and Out, like thing with, they canceled him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they canceled him, like showing the show and all that stuff like that. And he said he wasn't going to apologize. That's why he got canceled. And then I think last night, like, I guess his PR team got a hold of his Twitter and they started apologizing. But I guess a lot of white people don't believe in it. So
Yeah, I don't think we should believe any apologies just like off the rip from anybody in 2020.
Most people apologize for getting caught, not what they said. Most people believe what they said. You know what I'm saying? You think Drew Brees really had a change of heart? You think I think
Nick Cannon shit is a little different because he like waited a long time. He actually, I'm pretty sure Viacom came to him and told him to like apologize and they wouldn't fire him. So like going through all that and taking it where it went, I think that, like, it was his team and everybody around him that kind of drafted that shit up. So I'm with you. Like I'm not buying the apology shit.
I still don't really understand what he's apologizing for. Like his take, his opinion, like what's he?
Like I said this on another show, Bird. No, like the conversation these guys are trying to have. Nobody wants to have the conversation, the real conversation at hand, and what he's saying. They'll try to find any reason in it, like the parts that can get him canceled. They'll grab those clips, and then that's what they throw out to the world. Not the entire interview and the entire conversation of articulate. That gets thrown out the window. What he's really talking about for like, and I don't think he articulated himself well in that whole shit. But I think there's some points in some conversation that's not going nowhere. I said this last time we talked about this. Just look at the culture, look around it. A lot of guys are saying a lot of stuff right before our eyes. Like people laugh when Rick Ross was on had a bar mitzvah Jewish mixtape cover back in like 2010. Like these guys have been saying and doing a lot of things about this whole topic, but the conversation keeps getting avoided. Deshaun Jackson came and had to do the same thing. They apologized, but he was around it saying similar shit.
Well, he was quoting Hitler I think that's what he was apologizing for, right?
No. Deshaun Jackson quoted the Hitler shit, but after that he said more shit, and then everybody just act like that didn't happen. After he apologized for the Hitler shit, in the same shit he said black people need to find out who they really are. So if we're talking about shit like what is he talking about right there?
But what's wrong with that?
Nobody's having a conversation is what's wrong. Like they just talked about the Hitler shit. Same thing with Nick Cannon now. They're just talking about whatever they.
No, I'm saying I know, but I'm saying what's wrong with having that conversation, or what's wrong?
I don't know.
Like what's wrong with what they're saying?
I don't know. It's not being had though.
No, I'm saying I know you don't know what's wrong. I'm saying what is being perceived as wrong. Like what is like why is it being like? I'm just asking why. I don't know.
Why what? I'm not confused. Like I'm telling you, like.
Well, you said
not having the conversation.
Like they aren't having the like who's they and why aren't they having it?
Everybody's having a conversation now about us, people, everybody. The conversation we're having a conversation about Nick Cannon, right? But we're only talking about one aspect of that whole conversation.
So let's not talk about that.
Exactly. Nobody's talking about the other stuff. The media, the press, the people that run all these blogs and shit. Nobody's talking about the claim of him saying that black people were Jews. The original Jewish people were black people. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about all the shit and dancing around all the shit around that. Same thing with the Deshaun Jackson shit. They're dancing around. Like, I don't have a stance on none of this shit. Like, I got other shit to worry and care about. But that's what they're talking about. And everybody dances around the bullshit in the topic, in my opinion. Because like I said, it's two different situations, and it's gonna be another situation. It's gonna be another.
Where should I mean? Yeah, I'm just saying, where should they talk about it? Like, what do you? So, was Nick Cannon talking about it on his platform? Because isn't that where it should be taught? Like, or where was Nick Cannon addressing it?
On his podcast, he talked about it. It's not the first time he's talked about it, but he talked about it on the whole podcast.
And he still has a podcast, right?
They grabbed a few seconds out of that whole interview. And he's getting canceled for those few seconds. That whole conversation, it was a conversation that they had. What were they talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of that.
Was the podcast on a Viacom station, or is the podcast his own?
No, it's his own podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I think that he'll go on and he has his own platform. I mean, they do the same thing with Joe Rogan all the time. They cut the clip. They don't listen to the whole thing. They try to cancel him. It never works because he has his own platform. People just got to build their own platform. I'm not even talking about the cancel part yet, because he's just big enough brand where he can survive anywhere. I don't really care about celebrities getting canceled, their money, all of that shit. I don't really give a shit about it. You know what I'm saying? The rich people problems. But like, I think these guys are trying to have a conversation, and I think the conversation has been avoided. That's just my point. Can't they? Then they should have the conversation on their platform. If it's being avoided, build your own platform.
They already did. And then they're trying to get canceled. They just had the conversation. That's why we're having this.
But, you get to a point where you're uncancelable. Like, you can't be canceled if and I think Nick Cannon can do that, right? Nick Cannon has shown he's got a huge
following. They'll keep doing it. But I'm just pointing out the obvious of the conversation being avoided. That's what I'm pointing out. Like, of course, like these guys, like I said, it's going to keep going. I've said that. They're going to keep pushing this whole topic, but I'm pointing out the fact that it's being avoided. And it's two different situations in like the last few weeks. Darien came on here with some fucking like
he got it going.
He's gonna make us pie, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what Snoop wanted to talk about too. Like,
Snoop was on here.
He talked about the whole thing too.
Snoop was a little more. I don't. he had some interesting takes. He didn't put it all together. I'd like to talk to Snoop. He travels a lot and does all that stuff.
What did Snoop say? I gotta listen back. Damn, I'm mad. My shit.
He went to Spain to study the Moors.
Right.
He wanted to know Berg's opinion on the whole thing.
But he didn't really ask me a question.
Right.
We had a good conversation, I thought, but I don't really know. Like,
Hey, I don't mean to change.
He did pick Snoop Dogg in the DMX battle, though. He said he's gonna watch.
Oh, he bugging. Yeah, Zola, he don't know shit. Get Snoop out of here, bro.
Darren, you do a podcast on our network, Chill Takes. A lot of
Somehow
NBA
he
talk.
had me defending Ja Rule.
A lot of NBA talk. A lot of Jags talk, and I know you get other stuff too. Who's winning the NBA Finals, bro? Who you got?
I got the Clippers. I think they're the most healthy team right now coming out the West. Everybody else is kind of like in shambles right now. It's gonna be the Clippers and the Bucks, and I think the Clippers are gonna win.
Do you have LA? You have the Lakers going to the conference finals. The Lakers Clippers conference.
I mean, I don't even know if they make it past the second round. I mean, Rondo's hurt right now, so they got to get that chemistry right. They're missing Avery Bradley. Who else? Dwight Howard's there now. I mean, they just don't have enough. I don't think they have enough bench help because if Rondo's not
guys out, it hurts a lot. Caruso's got to play a lot more.
Yeah, but Caruso's got to step it up a lot. He's got to be more of just a highlight reel. He has to get some buckets. You know what I'm saying? He has to put up
right. He's good in that
about 15 a game.
Role. Yeah.
So I just think that I don't know, man. A lot from LeBron. He's not gonna be able to rest like that with Rondo being out. They don't have no point guard run the floor. I mean,
fortunately, he's rested now. I think he can. Like that's a big. Yeah. It's different for him this year. That's like the only saving grace.
Yeah, most definitely.
Great.
Yeah, but I mean, it's some other people that need to step up as well. J.R. Smith, he has to come in and hit shots. Deion Waiters has to come in and hit shots. But I just don't like that bench, man, because I don't know who's gonna run the floor. I mean, J.R. Smith can run the point a little bit, man, but if like, you know what I'm saying, if you're going against the Trailblazers or the Rockets and they throwing up shots and they hitting them, you know what I'm saying, who's going to come down the court and settle down the offense before it turns into, you know, from a 3-point game to a 10-point game, you know what I'm saying?
So Portland hasn't been that good this year, but I agree with you with Avery Bradley and Rajon Rondo out. Because that's Portland's strength, McCollum and Lillard. So they could expose them there.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, it's still LeBron.
Yeah,
but
it is.
I think the Trailblazers is a fucking shit matchup for the Lakers right now because of those guards.
Yeah, they are. And I like how you mentioned that because who's going to play defense in that backcourt? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, JR is going to get cooked. Deion's going to get cooked. I mean, KCP can defend. Alex Caruso ain't that bad. But
I think Green's got to step up and play well.
Yeah, Danny Green has to step up and play. I mean, he's going to play defense. I ain't worried about that. But he has to hit shots.
Yeah, if he's hitting if he can – I mean, you just need guys to be able to play both ways. Like, Caruso's only offense. Green is always going to play defense, but he's going to be hitting shots.
Yeah. So if you guys are going against, like, a dominant backcourt like the Rockets or the Trailblazers, it can be some trouble for y'all, man. I don't know, man. I mean, I want to say LeBron can make it to the Western Conference Finals. Probably will because it's LeBron, but I don't know, man. There's some tough teams out there. Plus, the Trailblazers are a big team. I mean, they have Melo coming in at the 3. They have I think they have Leonard still. No, not Leonard. Who do they have? Their big man, Nurkic. They have Hassan Whiteside. I mean, they're a really big team down low. So, I mean, some trees down there. So, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think the Lakers are going to make it that far, man.
I ain't trying to hear that shit. Get
Hate
out
to
of
break
here.
it to you, TJ.
I don't believe him.
There you have it.
I don't believe him for a minute.
Yeah, LeBron not rushing us back to fucking basketball to be getting.
Lakers in 3, bro. Let's go.
Can't get me in the final.
That shit backfired on TJ because he asked that shit thinking he was gonna say the Lakers, bro. That shit.
No, I listened to the podcast, bro. I did. I listened to the Lakers one, bro.
Yeah, man. Clippers and Bucks, man. Clippers are gonna win it all, I think.
That's what's
up, man. Well, we gotta wrap this thing up.
Hey, real quick before you leave, Darren, Snoop or DMX?
DMX. We talked about this on the podcast. Snoop's catalog ain't that deep. It's pretty terrible.
That bitch is shadow as a kiddie pool.
All right, y'all boys.
All right, man.
And my name's Darien, by the way, Newberg.
We appreciate you, Dwayne.
All right, dude.
Lane is where you probably should draw the line, dog.
You know, on the Santa Claus where he keeps calling that elf like fucking Barnaby and fucking
Bert's probably never seen that. Ain't no kids. Tell me to have 5 kids, but he's never seen Santa Claus.
I told him that he should really
I don't know.
really get that fourth kid. It's a blessing.
Well, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. I was one of Bethany's friends had 2 kids. They're like pretty close in age, and they just had one about 7 years apart. But now the 2 brothers are like close, so now they gotta have another kid to be close with this other motherfucker kid.
Oh, fuck all that. My parents had 3, bro. If I had 3, it'd just be a wrap. Because right now it'd definitely be an accident. So it'd just be a wrap, bro. That little motherfucker just got to figure out life on his own.
So for me, like, my brother and sister are closer in age. I was the oldest, but they're closer in age. But yeah, I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you figured it out.
My
But
sister figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6 years older than her. She all right.
All right, good.
She got it good. Shit. Like the young ones, my sister got it fucking made, bro. She just started paying her bills like last year or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, I got that too.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready to wrap it up? That was good. Friday show.
Already, man.
You know the vibes.
You got the song. Bro, you got the song?
Yeah, I got the song.
You should go with some Maze.
Who?
Maze. You don't listen to Maze?
No, I was gonna go with Ja Rule.
Go with Ja Rule. That's a weekend culture project for you, man. Play some Maze when you're cooking. You cutting up peppers and onions and shit this weekend.
Is it M-A-Z-E or M-A-Z-E?
So I said that DMX has that song On the Streets is Watching album with Jay-Z and Ja Rule. Remember, like early Ja, like before the. And Snoop had
putting out bangers, bro.
No, Snoop had me
All
fucking defending Ja Rule, fucking pop star Ja Rule and shit. He tried to turn the whole thing around on me. I see.
Oh shit!
All right, I'm gonna play a DMX song. Let's see what I want to go.
All them shit, you gotta find like the one. What's the one he was saying? All the girls' names and shit. It's Friday, and all his shit is dark. So I'm trying to find some happy songs from X.
There's a couple love songs. There's nothing on It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Promise you that. Oh, how's it going down? There you go.
What these bitches want from a nigga? That's what it is. What these bitches want from a nigga?
I know this
kind of dark too, isn't it?
I know that shit's dark, but I love the whole Damien shit.
Oh, should I play Damien just in honor of Darrel that called in?
No, you're a wild man, though.
You're a wild man.
All
right, bro.
Get at me, dog. That's what we're playing. DMX. Get at me, dog. That was weak. That was like a poodle.
Nigga, I'm not a fucking dog. Now, and whoever did the artwork on that fucking edit for that verses, the Pit Bull and the Doberman, like shout out to them, dog. What?
I didn't think it was that good.
Of course.
You wouldn't think it was good. That was fucking dope, bro.
I'm hitting stop.
He likes to fucking edit with Marvin Wilson with the LSU hat.
That is my favorite of all time.